Okay. Hey folks, how you doing? Just want to be, I want to be a little bit respectful to the local people that's just sitting behind me. Passengers waiting to board this flight, Condor Retro 767. She doesn't have her black nose, unfortunately. Gate B8. Over to the left there is the runway 7/25. And on the far left hand side, I don't know if you can see it. Just let me show you. This is where I think this might be the dispatcher coming in. Why couldn't you do that and just monitor it, Julie? Well, it's up to you. Yeah. Let the subscribers have a chat. Okay, so if you were watching earlier on, folks, you remember I caught the aircraft taxiing into the North Terminal, and so I brought the rental car back to the South Terminal, walked into the South Terminal, walked all the way through to the North Terminal, which, trust me, if you're a local here, you'll know it's not too bad walking there, even though it is about, I'd say it's at least a quarter of a mile, linking the two terminals together, because the ramp goes down on the last bit, on the last connector, but when you have to come back, so I've gone all the way down, and when my baggage gone up to the fella behind the jump. Hello mate, I'm here to, I'm flying with Condor, because we saw it park at the North Terminal, and he's like, yeah, you want to go to the South Terminal? and I'm like, oh, I'll just walk from there. Anyway, it is what it is, you know. So I had to walk all the way back here to the South Terminal, trudging with me bags. There's that big bird of prey there, just on the over the 7. But if you look, she's on radar apparently. She's just okay. She's pushing back now, folks. There's a couple of people here as well, passengers going to be taking pictures, and I don't think many people know or are aware that it's a Retrojet. I think they might just be wanting to take pictures of the plane that's flying them home. So I don't think there's that many people here that have the avgeek brain that we do. Up on the top left there, you see that plane landing on runway 7. You'll see there's a hill there. There's a bank there. It's actually right at the touchdown point for 7 right. That, I think, is the bank that we need to go to and explore, which is the big long walk that we were considering. However, there is a track that leads almost to it, but we believe it's one of the maintenance tracks. So obviously, again, over to you, Michael. Anyway, what a fantastic week, folks. Thank you, Kevin Barnett, Robin Merry, amazing trip, plane spotter's dream indeed. Kai, Sue 60, thank you. VJ, DF, DW, oh, too many toothpicks. There he is. Tron Hunter, Sue Cruz, John Gwynham, Stephen Stibbins, Algernon, Sour something, Basil Sims, Derek, is it Basil Sims? Poli W, Ian White, it's too quick, Julie, you need to turn off. It's too quick. Okay, there's a jumbo jet landing on 7s. Try and put slow mode on, yeah. Tom, where is Jerry right now? Gate B8 Alaska at Anchorage International. This is actually mainly, even though it is a link, it is an airport mainly for tourists who are coming here. It's right at the top of the world, folks. Basically, it's right at the top of the world, believe it or not. And this is something I only found out a while ago. Was that the distance between Alaska and Russia is about it's like the width of the English Channel. It's about 10 miles across or something like that. Anyway, this terminal and the other terminal mainly serving Alaskan, but primarily this is an airport that serves as a fuel stop for big heavy freighters like this one that you're seeing coming in on runway 7. We are very fortunate enough to be flying back on the very last operation with Condor this year until, when is it, March next year, Gillian? Is it March they start up again? Okay, well, either way, this is the last, and can I say a big shout out to the check-in crew at Condor here at Anchorage. A really big shout out to them. I don't know whether they'll get it. If there's anybody out there listening who can get that message to those guys, I want to say a big thank you to them, because they've saved me a lot of hassle by checking my bag all the way through to London, as opposed to what we had to do. So when I get to Frankfurt, I just go straight to the gate. I don't have to worry about claiming the baggage, going through passport control, going through security, going through passport control, all that. I'd have to check the bag in again, all that kind of stuff. So they've saved me a hell of a lot of time, and there's a few people on here who've actually can relate to that as well. She is on the move, by the way. She's coming around. Ah, Cantona. Or shall we? Steve Hudson, great week, thank you. Ken Alloway, TCC, Scotty Tarpley, hope you're doing well out there in London. Dave Story. Did I hear that Aidan Campbell, Wayne Dyer, Glenn's Aviation Love, P. Popsy, Lancaster, P. Popsy, Paul Skilling. Did I hear that is it Paul Skilling and he's going to take a picture of us landing or something? It's a bit of a Paul and Kay and Scott. Yeah, going to be there to catch me. Because what time do I arrive there? What flight number is it? It's DA what, actually? I've got it on my thing here, hold on a minute.
No, I think we're just playing.
Got it on my thing. DE. So this is, hold on a minute, Anchorage to Frankfurt. DE 2051. DE 2051. This is the right number, folks. I'm going to track it. Oh, perfect. Flight from Frankfurt to Heathrow is Lima Hotel LH906. Okay, so anyone want to track that one? Here we go then. Oh, here she comes now. Here she comes now. Okay, folks. Big fanfare for her. Now, the thing is that she's going to come in. We will get to see. I'm going to try and go around the other side as well, so I can show you her tail, because you'll see how. I think it looks better when it's painted retro in a retro scheme. When the paint is all it looks very faded and old. So it's just a shame she's not going to roll into shot with that beautiful black nose that she's got. I did ask see if we could get someone out there with a can of black paint, but it just didn't work in time, did it? Okay, so you've got your guy out there on the left-hand side, who's indicator for the right-hand wing. Now, of course, there won't be any crew on this, I don't think, unless they've already boarded the crew. They may have boarded the crew. We'll soon find out. Here it comes. Okay, I'm going to zoom because I'm not handheld. So I think that'll be just about right. Bit of glare off the. Here she comes. Look at how many fan blades are in those engines, folks. Look at the amount of fan blades. That's what you call a multi-bladed, old generation engine when you consider the new type. She still looks nice with the white nose, doesn't she? Let's not give her too much of a hard time. The crew are on board, I think, by the looks of it. APU's probably running as well, I'd imagine, just to speed things up. Ding, ding, ding. ladies and gentlemen. That was when I accidentally turning that volume on and off, Julie. Very new nose, isn't it? Yeah, there she is. Everyone comments on her. Yeah. Even if they could have put a little tiny black nose on her, you know, between the veins. This is a 767 Robert Mendes 767 300 ER extended range. And isn't she beautiful? Proper retro scheme. And you'll see what I mean about the winglets or the colour being sort of like very faded. I'll leave it there because look at what's coming through here now. Thank you, everybody. Lovely sentiment from people. Yeah. Wonderful. So it's been an absolute pleasure to spend these 5 days with some really nice people. That is the crazy thing. It is almost like going on holiday, I have to be honest with you. Very hard work, don't get me wrong. I think I was fully done in yesterday, fully drained, but we're humbled by your support and by your and also when we did the Freeview stuff as well. All those lovely people who gifted memberships, and not only that, but the people who were gifted memberships coming on and saying thank you, which is just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, my back's okay. Standing at any kind of angle or any sort of like yesterday when I was standing on that ridge, I was literally standing on a ridge, so every time I panned I had to sort of like step down a little bit. It's not like being up at, on one of the hotels where you've got a perfectly flat surface, you know, no rocks in the way, no stones, no loose stones or anything like that. But you know, it wouldn't be the same, would it? So, there she is, folks. If you want to track it, like I said, Delta Echo DE2051. And we will see you at the other end. Thanks, folks. Look after yourselves. Be good. Thanks, Jilly. I'm going to cut it now. Goodbye, Anchorage. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. Who knows where? Who knows where? See you.